Fellow Kenyans, failure to help leaders means very excellent leaders or potential leaders can't run for election, or if they run, it may not be effective because of the less financial resources they have. Hence they lose, and in our case, especially in my case, you and all Kenyans will miss the 2,000 factories I've already earmarked to build for Kenyans. They will lose the 12 million jobs, and the 15 million families won't be millionaires or thereabout of the 5 million individuals if they have 3 members of the family in their families. We just have to choose between helping or losing all these benefits, because these benefits are a reality. And that's why, fellow Kenyans, I'm requesting, as we wait for a party certificate, you may donate your help so that we make things move. We can't keep on waiting for the party when we can be able to be doing some other things. You may donate if you feel that you strongly want to see us moving forward through the presidential M-Pesa number 0748265314. That will be very helpful so that we can have many operations going, because we have to reach to every Kenyan. If you don't feel comfortable, you may wait for the party. When we get the certificate, we shall open a bank account and will request for your support when that time comes. There are many other aspects that I have been explaining, some about the major benefits that many of our key supporters will be able to get. So you may support me through M-Pesa 0748265314 so that our candidates can begin moving on the ground, because we do not want our candidates to delay in their activities wherever they are. If Trump, whose wealth is over 700 billion Kenya shillings, that is his wealth, and Trump went around asking for help to finance his campaign and court petitions, because you remember he launched a court petition against the victory of Joe Biden. Again, all the money he used for that petition was raised by individuals. It's not like the way it has been in Kenya, like when NASA goes to court or ODM goes to court, they finance from their own pockets. They will feel a bit tired. And this is why I said I honestly think there is a reason to think about the handshake, because the cost that NASA and ODM and certain individuals and incurred was too high. And they have had to find a way in which, together even with the president's side, they had spent a lot of money, and they needed time at least to see how they can work to recover those monies that they had spent. If now we are to go on the road to campaign, to start moving from across the country, we cannot compete with our colleagues, say for example those who are in government. The Jubilee, which is in government, its leaders are using money from public funds to fuel their vehicles. With us, we have to get money from our own pockets to fuel the vehicles, to maintain the vehicles. So it is difficult to compete with these other individuals. We need people who understand these things and can be able to come up and say, I want these 2,000 factories to come to Kenya. I want these 12 million jobs to come to Kenya. I'm going to chip in with the 500, with the 200, with 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, and we'll be able to push our agenda forward. So if Trump, who is 700 billion rich, and he went around asking for money for his campaign and for his petitions. What makes fundraising not good in Kenya? What makes it not practicable? Fellow Kenyans, let us come out in large numbers and support visionary leaders. Because as I shall explain down there, the more we leave this burden on a few people, on the candidates alone, the more it is difficult to get the best candidates. And the more we leave it to a few people, the few people to support the candidates and the party, the more we create cartels. So as a matter of fact, Kenyans should never complain about cartels, because cartels are the key financiers of political parties and candidates, whether governors, MPs, or presidential campaigns and all that. They finance them. And after winning the election, they say, hey, I gave you 100 million. I want my money back. Give me that contract. Give me that tender. And if it is worth 1 billion, I want it at 2 billion. So that I can recover the money I spent, save now, and even to the future. There are many people who are involved. So cartels are not simply just people from there or wild animals. They are individuals that have really participated in the processes, and they sacrificed their own funds. They sacrificed their own resources in anticipation that we shall win, they shall win, or whoever they supported will win and recoup their money through the victory. Yet, when the wealth of parties in Kenya, in Africa, the wealth of candidates is not as that huge as of Trump. So, ladies and gentlemen, if the wealth of parties is not as big as the Republican or Democratic Party, or of Trump and Joe Biden and Obama, who have been asking for help all through, online, in TVs, in meetings, in campaign meetings, right, in debates, during TV debates, they ask for help. They ask for finances. It's a high time we came to realization that supporting candidates is a good option. Number two, I have weighed the worsening economic, social, environmental, and political situation in Kenya, the cost of campaign, and the benefits our presidency will bring, or my presidency will bring. I'm able to bring 2,000 factories and 12 million jobs. I will end corruption, poverty, and unemployment. This just needs a good-hearted president. Kenya has all the resources we need. Our problem is simply poor leadership or bad governance. The Utajiri Direct, for example, will make 5 million Kenyans millionaires in a matter of a few years. That is 15 million families. I alone cannot raise billions for campaign, and that is the honest truth. And no Kenyan can raise the billions that are needed on his own. Even those that appear to be financing their campaigns from their own pocket, it is not true that that money is that they have done any business or it is their earnings at the end of the month. Majority of that money is corruption money. Let us face the facts. Those are the facts. There is no Kenyan who can raise 50, 100 billion in a matter of 10, 20, 30 years. And no Kenyan who can be able to go and give billions of money that he worked from 8 to 5, Monday to Friday, from 1st to 30th of each month, or a business that he set up and is getting that money from those businesses. It is not true. Let us be truthful with ourselves. Nobody can be able to come and give those billions without getting something. Even those billionaires around the world that give something, they go through a certain system where they raise money in a particular way and donate that money. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us be realistic. Do we want individuals to become corrupt to raise money, or we just donate the little we have and help political parties and candidates meet the cost of campaigns and even running a political party? That is very critical. Ladies and gentlemen, hence the question is, do I abandon these particular dreams that I have had for all Kenyans, and these benefits to Kenyans fall apart? The 2,000 factories goes away, 12 million Kenyans remain jobless. Those are the questions we may want to ask ourselves. And then Kenyans will continue to suffer like the way we are suffering for the next 102 or 200 years. If a leader like me with a vision and who can do things as a doer, as a master builder, as an inspirer, that I can bring a dream for Kenyans and the dream of all Kenyans come to pass, do we miss out on this opportunity? Because if we do, and we have these other leaders that will come around who have been there for 20, 30, 40 years, they are not going to bring a different Kenya than the Kenya they have brought to us. As a matter of fact, if the 60 years of development experience we have had in the last 60 years is anything to go by, Kenya will cease from poverty, will move from poverty 200 years down the line. And I would like you to go and calculate that. It's very critical, fellow Kenyans, that we rethink our support, our financial support to political parties so that they can be able to grow.